Welcome to the Columbia High School Parent and Student Athlete Preseason Meeting for the Fall Sports and Activities for 2017. One thing that we are going to talk over tonight is the importance of sportsmanship here at Columbia Public Schools. I want to review our mission statement for all of our public schools. Our mission statement is to provide an extension to education that promotes students the opportunities to develop life skills by participating in sports and activities. Our leaders believe in focusing on characteristics and cultivating positive sportsmanship and citizenship. We believe that sportsmanship is so important that it needed to be included within our mission statement, so we are going to take the time tonight to make sure that all parents, coaches, student athletes, we're all on the same page in promoting positive sportsmanship here at Columbia Public Schools. So, what is sportsmanship? Sportsmanship is defined as the behavior and attitudes one has that shows respect for the rules of the game and for other players. So that could be players on the same team, that could be players on opposing teams, but showing respect for everybody and treating everybody the same way that you would want to be treated. So sportsmanship is everywhere. It's at the game. For an example, a student athlete could congratulate an opposing player for a good shot that they took. It could be in the stands. A fan could be clapping for an opposing injured player. Sportsmanship could be displayed at practice. A player could help another player up after tripping down the court. Sportsmanship could be present in the classroom, giving a classmate a high five for a perfect score on a test, whether they did better than you or not. Sportsmanship can also be present in a community, congratulating a player when maybe watching a game that you're not participating in. And sportsmanship could also be present at other facilities outside of Columbia Public School District. So if you're visiting another facility and you're participating in an activity, shaking the hands with the opposing team, whether you won or lost the game. So as parents and as student athletes, you have expectations that the Columbia Public School upholds you to when either participating or attending activities and sports here at our facilities. So just to go over some of those expectations, you are expected to respect everyone involved with the game, including but not limited to the coaches, the players, the staff, the cheerleaders, and the fans. You should avoid profane language and obnoxious behavior at all school events and facilities. You should respect the judgment calls being made during the competition. Whether you agree with the call or not, you need to respect the call that has been made. Avoid from distracting opponents or heckling of visiting opponents. So when they're shooting a free throw, we're not clapping, we're not making noises, or when you pass them in the hallway, you're not commenting to them about something with the game. And also respecting the school property and facilities. This also goes into showing sportsmanship in the opposing team's facilities. You're respecting those facilities and properties in which you are traveling as you represent Columbia Public Schools. To continue the expectations, please refrain from using cheers that taunt or ridicule opposing players, coaches, cheerleaders, or spectators. Respect the judgment and play calls from not only the officials that we talked about earlier, but also the coaching staff. So if they're making a certain call, they're playing a certain player, you respect that as a player and as a spectator. You show respect for all injured players, just not the players that you are there to cheer for. You understand the responsibility and privilege representing the school and the community. Refrain from booing or showing displeasure with game officials or game activities, and be sure to cheer only in a positive way. So these are the expectations that we expect that parents and fans and student athletes uphold when participating and watching activities and sports here with Columbia Public Schools. I do want to talk over the consequences if these expectations are not met. Hopefully we don't have to ever follow through with these consequences, but everybody can be respectful and uphold these expectations when participating or viewing the activity or sport. So to go over them, if you are a student athlete and you show lack of sportsmanship, there could be a consequence of loss of playing time for the activity that you're participating in. You could be expelled from the team that you're participating in, or you could be expelled from all activities within Columbia Public Schools. So just not that sport that you're participating in, but it could be all sports or activities for a year or for a semester, depending on the severity of the lack of sportsmanship. Or there could also be school disciplinary actions taken if needed. As a parent, those consequences could be ejection from the game. You could be prohibited from all school activities. That could be for the season, that could be for the year, or an extreme consequence legal action could be taken against you for showing the disrespect at the school property or facility. So one thing that Columbia Public Schools does here to continue to promote positive sportsmanship outside of this preseason meeting is to have a sportsmanship reminder card. So this card that you see here and that is being passed around, you can take one as a parent, student athlete. You can take one now. You'll also be handed one the first day of practice. But this card is just a nice reminder. It's a little 4x6 card that you can put in your gym bag. You can hang up in your school locker. You can hang up in the locker room in your locker. You can put it in your baseball bag. You can put it in your tennis bag, or if you're a parent, you can hang it on the fridge. You can put it on the mirror. But it's just a great way to just remind yourself to always promote positive sportsmanship. And this card goes over some great keywords in order to promote positive sportsmanship. So you see sportsmanship nice and big in the center, but also supporting one another. You know, whether you win or whether you lose, you're being honest during the activity or game. You're being a leader. You have positivity. You're keeping your opponents in mind. You have commitment to your team. You're having fun. You're being mature. You're promoting character. You're respecting the coach, the officials, the fans, and you're having teamwork, and you're being a team player. So if you don't get a card tonight, you can pick up additional cards at any of the school events. There will also your student athletes will also receive their cards on the first day of practice as well, or if you want additional cards, you can pick those up at any of the school events. So the next thing, we talked about the mission here at Columbia High School and the importance that sportsmanship has within our mission and within our school district. We talked about what sportsmanship is and what the expectations are as a parent and as a student athlete. So if you flip to the back of the parent and student athlete handbook, you will find on page 23 the parent and student athlete activity contract. We ask that all parents and student athletes review this contract and make sure that you take the time to read it and understand it. And we ask that the parent signs it and the student athlete signs it. If your parent's not here tonight, or if the student athlete isn't here tonight, please take it home and bring it back. We do need these before participation can occur for your student athlete. So if you would please read it, sign it, and you can put it in the stack up here in the front, and we will collect them. If you have any questions, feel free to come up after your sports-specific meetings or ask your coach. Or if you would like to stop by the activities office, feel free to do so, or email me, and we can talk more in addition to sportsmanship. So, I'd like to thank you for attending. Please be sure to participate in the sport-specific meetings following this meeting. Thank you.